Morning, beloved, is second day of the week, and I'm going to read for you chapter 2, Yuhanan. I hope you had a great Shabbat. I know it was 2 days ago. Here in Australia, we are one day ahead of America, um, and much the same in Europe, I believe. Anyway, I'm going to read now. We don't want to be distracted. I love you. Just try to get it closer. And on the third day was a wedding in Cana in Galilee, and the mother of Yahusha was there, and both Yahusha and his taught ones were invited to the wedding. And when they were short of wine, the mother of Yahusha said to him, "They have no wine." Yahusha said to her, "Woman, what is that to me and to you? My hour has not yet come." His mother said to the servants, "Do whatever he says to you." And there were 6 stone water jugs standing there according to the mode of cleansing of the Yahudim, each holding 2 or 3 measures. Yahusha said to them, "Fill the water jugs with water," and they filled them up to the brim. And he said to them, "Now draw out and take it to the master of the feast." So they took it. But when Adonai of the feast had tasted the water that had become wine, when he tasted the water which became wine, he did not know where it came from, for the servants who had drawn the water knew. Adonai of the feast called the bridegroom and said to him, "Every man at the beginning sets out the good wine, and when they have drunk, then that which is poorer. You have kept the good wine until now." This is the beginning of the signs Yahusha did in Cana in Galilee, and manifested him his esteem, and his taught ones believed in him. After this he went down to Capernaum, he and his mother, and his brothers, and his taught ones, and there they stayed not many days. And the Pesach of Yahudim was near, and Yahusha went up to Jerusalem, and he found in the set apart place those selling oxen and sheep and doves, and the money changers sitting. And having made a whip of cords, he drove them all out of the set apart place with the sheep and the oxen, and poured out the money changers' coins, and overturned the tables. And he said to those selling doves, "Take those away. Do not make the house of my Father a house of merchandise." And his taught ones remembered that it was written, "The order for your house has eaten me up." And the Yahudim answered and said to him, "What sign do you show to us, since you are doing thus?" Yahusha answered and said to them, "Destroy this dwelling place, and in 3 days I shall rise it up. Rise it." I want to talk to this about this bit to you, beloved. I will repeat this verse again to you. And his taught ones remember that it was written, the order of all. Okay, that's the one, the next one. And Yahudim answered and said to him, "What sign do you show to us, since you are doing this?" And listen to that passage. Yahusha answered and said to them, destroy the dwelling place, and in 3 days I shall rise it. Looks like he rises it. He rises his own self. He's been given the authority to rise it himself from grave. So he is the part of Yahuwah. He is the Son of Yahuwah. He is his essence, his deliverance power. Because he can do that himself. Anyway, I keep reading. Sorry for that. Sorry for disturbing the reading. Anyway, then the Yahudim said, it took 40 years to build this dwelling place, and you are going to rise it in 3 days. But he spoke about the dwelling place of his body. So when he was raised from dead, his taught ones remembered that he said this to them, and they believed the scripture and the word which Yahusha had said. And when he was in Jerusalem at the Pesach, at the festival, many believed in his name when they saw the signs which he was doing. But Yahusha was not entrusting himself to them, because he knew all men and had no need that anyone should witness of man, for he knew what was in man. Keep eye on those 2 last verses, beloved, because it states that he is not a man. He said he knew man again, but Yahusha was not entrusting himself to them because he knew all men. So he wasn't a man. He was made on likeness of man. Okay. And here the second verse, not the second, 25th verse says, and had no need that anyone should witness of man, for he knew what was in man. And remember, it perfectly fits here, Yeshayahu 2:22. Cease from the man whose breath is in his nostrils, why you should reckon upon him. This is exactly what that means. This is the sign. The cardinal man, the man which has no ruach in him. He's the man which is born of flesh. Yahusha wasn't born from flesh, but he was born from the ruach. He was Yahuwah. He is a part of Yahuwah. He is one of Yahuwah. Anyway, that's it for today. For now, I don't know. Maybe I read the next one. Love you. Yahuwah bless.